Here we are again in the look at Artboard versus Vector Designer, and now let's see about putting a gradient fill into this thing here. It's actually quite simple. What you have to do is you have to go to your styles and clip art thing here and choose what you want it to show. You could get it to show all clip art or all items or all styles, but in this case you want some gradient styles and fancy fills, so let's just go down to gradients and we can use that there. Obviously you could use patterns, hatches and all those other sorts of things, but gradients is what we want now. So we have this list of gradients here, and all we need to do is to double click on that and our gradients will be put into the thing. How cool is that? Quite easy really, wasn't it? The next thing to do, of course, is being able to edit that gradient, because you might not want to take it just as it is. So let's have a look, see what we can do with this gradient now. So we've got a gradient fill there. So I've clicked on that there, and let's say it's a new one. That wasn't very good, was it? Let's go back to the fill again and put this gradient fill in, and I want to make it so it's editable. It's editable. Okay, so let's go to our gradient fill. Now we can edit it. So once you've got this up, you can do things that you need to do to change the colours and so on. So I can move the sliders across with these things here, for instance, and I could change the colour in that there to maybe if I wanted to have a blue in there, for instance. We could go to this end over here and change the colour in that, so perhaps make that a wee bit darker. So once you get into this, it's actually fairly easy to be able to change the colours with your gradient. There you go. This one over here, if we want to change colours on the gradients, it looks like we've only got the possibility of going from one colour to another colour. So let's just change that, for instance. So we've got it going red to white. Is it possible to change so we have more colours in there? Doesn't look like it at the moment. But you could also get an image fill in there, and maybe have an image fill that covers a number of different gradients colours. So that's one up there for the Artboard application. Gives us a few more possibilities for doing stuff with gradient fills. Now then, let's go back to Artboard again. Now something definitely going to want to do at some point in time is to use the thing where you can join two objects together. So those two there, for instance, we want to join those two objects together, and it's quite simple because I've set up this icon set at the top here where I've customized it to have the Boolean operators in the toolbar. We've got quite a lot of choice there with all the different things we can put in there. You can copy styles, so let's put that up there. That could be a good one to have in there, couldn't it? And paste style, obviously those in as a pair, those two. And you've got your flip horizontals and flip verticals. Those are also very worthwhile having quick access to. So a number of different things you can put into your toolbar, or if you want to go back to the default set, all you got to do is take this and drag that up the top there, and I'm going to put it back to standard. Let's click on done. Okay, so for instance with this one here, and we want to flip that horizontally, or we want to flip it vertically. Very quick and easy to have that there. We could do a copy style, for instance, and then we go to this one here and we can paste the style. How useful is that then? Okay, so let's go back to what we was doing before, where we wanted to do some connections of objects using the Boolean connectors, and in this case we're going to do first of all a simple union. Let's change that into one simple object. Do Command Z to bring it back to as it was. Now this time what we're going to do is going to select this one, then select that one, and we're going to do an intersection. That just gives us where the two overlap, kind of like a Venn diagram type of thing. And if we go back to it again, this time instead of doing intersection we'll do the difference, and this one will chop the section out of here and delete the bit that did the chopping. Let's do Command Z on that. This time what we're going to do is we're going to put this one so that it's on top, then we'll select that one, then we'll do the difference. There we go. So it depends on which object is on top and which one is on bottom as to which one does the chopping and which one is chopped. Okay, let's go over to our vector designer. On this one here we need to put in another object, so let's go to our shapes and get a rounded rectangle. No, I'll go for a polygon instead. Why not? So there's our polygon, and you can change the styles on that. Let's just play with that while we're here. So we've got that one on top of the other one. Let's select that and we'll do a Boolean adjuster there and we'll unite it. That is as simple as it was over in Artboard. Command Z on that one there. Let's do another Boolean thing there. We'll do subtract. So that one did a bit of chopping one from the other. Let's see if this will do the same sort of thing. Put that one on top, select that one, do the Boolean thing again and do subtract. So that changed which one did the chopping, which one was the chopped item, so that was quite good. Let's go back to this again, Boolean connectors, and do the intersect. That gives us where the two things overlap, and then back again to this one and do exclusive OR. So what that one has done is chopped out the bit where the two overlapped, and this one over here, that does the same sort of thing as well. So if we do Command Z on that one there to get that back as it was, and if we instead we choose append, same as the thing over here where we told it to do the exclusive OR, is the same as append over here. Pretty good, huh? Let's put a line in there and let's put an arc in there. Okay, there we go, we've got an arc. Now it's got a fill as well. If you want it without a fill, so you want just a line, you can take the fill away, click on that and it's taken the fill. That just gives us the line. Once you've got it in there, you can make changes to it afterwards. So we want the arc bigger again. Take this wee dot here and we can do a bit of a spin the whole thing around there. Let's just make the line a little bit bigger there so it shows off a bit better. You can see that these ones are still connected there, so what I need to do with that, if I want to split it apart from the rest, is to click on new. Is put the fill back in again there, so let's get rid of that fill again and move the solid line back up. So you see on the end there we've got squared off ends with this here, and this is where we might want to change it to be a rounded end. So what else can we do with shapes in this one here? So if we want to draw a line, we've got to go for our sketch, we've got to go a path maybe. So this is doing our Bezier curves, and that's pretty simple, isn't it? If I just double click on the end there, that finishes off the Bezier curve, and as you can see on that one there, it's giving it a fill. So take that away, we've got no fill. Take up the stroke on that one there to make the stroke larger. Get the shadow away, we don't need a shadow on the moment. And you can do the same sort of thing there where you've got the butt ends, round ends or squared ends. Let's see, what else can we do this? Can we put ends on this? Can we have arrow ends on this? So you've got some choices there, different types of ends. You can change the size of them as well. How cool is that? And on the other end there, maybe we want to have one of those. Let's go back over to Artboard. Can we have ends on this one here? I'm sure we can. We've got that selected there and we want to put an end on it. I think we need to go to our styles again. Let's go to our Artboard collection, click on styles and double click, and we've got that there. Let's put an arrow on that end of it. That's all for now for this slapdown between Artboard and Vector Designer. I'm going to do some more videos about this, so why don't you subscribe to the channel and make sure that you don't miss any videos coming up for Mac 20 questions. Bye bye now.